Okay, guys, ladies and gentlemen, YouTube, how's everybody doing this morning? Good morning. Well, it's way back Wednesday, and I normally don't participate in these way back Wednesdays due to the fact because I don't really have too many to show that far back. But I do happen to have this piece here, and I hope it could. I hope I could do it a little bit of justice because the meaning behind this knife. I'll put it to you this way. If I had to get rid of every single one of my knives in my collection and only keep one, this would be the one that I would keep. This particular knife here would be the one that I keep. My dad gifted this to me years ago. The story goes, I did a video on this piece, probably a couple of times actually. And my father wasn't the greatest of fathers, and he tried to do what he could do, and he showed his love in different ways, so to speak. So one day, to make the story short, I was in my bedroom being a boy, being a kid, and I was a young boy, and I don't know what I was doing. I was probably listening to some music or whatever in my room. And he came home from work, and he had a bag rolled up, and he threw this on the bed at me. He says, "Here, kid." He says, "I thought you might like this." Now, being a young boy then, my father knew I was in the knives then. He knew I was a knife guy back then. He said, "Here," he threw it on the bed. He said, "Here, kid." He says, I thought you might like this." And I opened it up and I was like, whoa. I remember it like it was yesterday. I just sat on that bed and I just held it in my hands and I was like, oh my goodness. And I ran out there and I was like, "Dad, thank you so much." And, this, that, and the other. And he said, "Yeah, son." He said, I figured you'd like that. So that's how the story went basically with this piece. And I've had it and it's been lost in it's been lost in a move. When I was not a teenager, a young man, my apartment, we were moving and I had a bunch of friends helping me move out of my apartment. And the story goes, this went missing and I stopped the whole entire process. I stopped all my friends and said, "Listen, guys, there's a knife that's missing that we must find. If we don't find this knife," I basically was going to search everybody, and I really mean it. I was going to strip search everybody before I let them leave my house. I had to do it. It came up, it was in another drawer that I put it in, and it went, it was in a different drawer that I suspected it would be in. But anyway, this knife has so much meaning behind it. Now, Big J's knives, Jerry, he dates these knives like no tomorrow. He's a wizard at dating knives. He's a plethora of knowledge when it comes to stuff like this. He could date every knife. All you got to do is throw it in front of him, and he knows the date right away. He fires them off. Boom, 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 boom. He fires them right off, Big J. And you could tell by the tang stamp here, Jerry wanted to see this one again, and I wanted to give him a look at this tang stamp. It says Camillus, New York, USA. Now, he told me with the line under the Camillus, it stands for a certain year. He knew the year because the line going underneath Camillus made it a certain year. I do believe that's how it went. So, Jerry, there that is, buddy, for you. And he has a knife similar to this piece right here. The back of it, it's got a number 4 on the back of it. Like I said, Jerry's knife is very similar to this one that he has. He just, he did a review on his that he's got. And like I said, it's similar. It's similar. And he knows I had this piece. He knows I have this piece. He wanted to check it out again. But it's just a really, really beautiful piece. I've always admired this one. it's got just so much meaning behind it, you know what I mean? And it is just a very, very beautiful knife. It is one of the most attractive knives that I have in my collection. I mean, you talk about the Buck 110s and all these other knives that are similar to this, but man, if you felt this thing, the heft, the built, the way this thing is built. Now, I'm not bad talking by no means a Buck 110. They're tried and true. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It's a Buck 110. I mean, let's face it. But I tell you what, this guy right here, I mean, it would compete easily side by side with the Buck 110 with no problem at all. I mean, you could see these big pins, oversized pins they put in this thing. The wood, real nice thick wood on this thing. Beautiful wood, fit and finish is beautiful on it. Just a really, really outstanding piece. And like I said, I just admire this piece, and I tell you what, I break this piece out quite often in my room, my knife room, because I can't, you guys all know I have a knife room here, and I'm still working at it. I'm still working on it. It's a work in progress. I still got some things I got to hang on the wall, and I'll pretty much be complete with it. But I break this out, and I just sit there and I just admire it. And I'll clean up the brass bolsters on it. You know what I mean? I'll put some brasso on the bolsters and just clean it up. And this, you know how it is. But just an outstanding piece. It did come with this beautiful sheath that I also do treat every once in a while. I keep the sheath in pristine condition. It is a wonderful, just a wonderful sheath that I can't believe that they're made so well. You could see genuine leather USA. You can, I'm just trying to get you in as close as I can with the sheath because it's just as important because it is a really nice, I mean, the leather on this. The leather on this is it's so well made. It really is, and it needs to be addressed as well. You could see the welt all the way around is done perfectly. I mean, it's just done perfect. The piece is done perfectly. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a look at this, and like I said, mostly because I wanted to give Jerry, Big J's Knives, a look at this piece again. And like I said, big shout out to Jerry because Jerry is just I mean, it's amazing with his case knives and stuff like that. You ask him anything about any year case knives, and he just fires it right off to you immediately. He knows the dates on a lot of things. He's a pretty darn knowledgeable guy. Seriously, he is now. I mean, I wish I could do that. You know what I mean? I wish I could date things like that. He dates things like, you know, easily. Just rattles them right off. But anyway, just show you the fit and finish. It's the action on this thing is just beautiful. I'm so crazy. I try not to open it and close it too much, but it's got action on it. It's real broken in. The brass on it's real nice. Everything's just so well done. You can hear the lockup on it. Listen to the lockup. I'll lock it up for you. I mean, it locks up like a vault, man. This thing locks up hard and heavy. It locks up. And to be honest with you, I've never seen a clip blade that was this beautiful. I'm not just saying it because it's my knife. I mean, it is what it is, but I mean, that clip blade is just outstanding. When they did this knife, Camillus really did it justice. That's all I could say. You know what I mean? They really put their front foot forward on this piece. You know what I mean? There it is. It says Camillus, New York, USA. You got the line underneath the Camillus there. And Jerry will pick that right apart. as soon as he takes a look at it. But look how beautiful these wood is. I don't know what kind of wood that is. I guess it would be like a walnut, maybe like a nice walnut wood, I guess. Walnut, I'm thinking. I don't think it's rosewood. I think it's like walnut. But nevertheless, just really, really proud to have it in my collection. I'm a big Camillus guy. I like Camillus cutlery. I really, really like Camillus knives. And yeah, I'm just a big, where's it at? Here it is. Look at this piece here. Look at this. Tell me this thing isn't absolutely fantastic. Look at this Stockman, will you? This Stockman is just so pretty. Brand new. Brand new. Look at it. It says right there, Camillus. It's got the line underneath it again. That's all I keep remembering is Jerry saying that. But anyway, just another outstanding piece done by Camillus right here. This Stockman. This Stockman is just, I'll tell you what, when they did this Stockman, man, look at the fit and finish. Look how beautiful. Look how beautiful. Look at that shield. Look at that shield. Look at the jigging. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a look at this piece and send you down the road. That's about it. Let me know what you guys think. Drop me a comment if all possible. I'd greatly appreciate the feedback on this one. And that's it, guys. All right. Yous be good, be well, be safe. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care.